What's up, YouTube? Today we got a 2003 Suzuki DRZ125 bottom end in very rough condition. I actually had to go ahead and cut off the shifter because it was welded on. So I went through it with just a what is it? Bandsaw? Blade saw? Skill saw. One of those saws. And it came right off, and then I smoothed it out. You can kind of see it right here. That's where it was. I went through and made sure it was not gonna catch on the seal or anything when I pull it through to the other side. However, then I did run into another issue. We got our Magneto bolt right here is stripped, so we're gonna try some easy ounce to get that off. Looks like it's standard thread. Yeah, that's standard thread, so we'll try some easy ounce and see if we can get it out. I'll be right back. Grab some tools. Alright, so we got a, looks like 5/8 to 16 millimeter, easy out. We're gonna go ahead and throw it on here like so, get it seated to where it feels like it's as back as far as it could go. And then we're just gonna give her some taps. Not too much because we do want to save this crank. So we're gonna try to just get it on there enough to get the bolt off. Alright, let's see what that does. Does look like it getting close. Let's grab the air impact. Be right back. Alright, so we got around 100 pounds. Hey, easy out for the win. There she is. 1 second and I'll show you what this bolt looked like. Alright, so that's what we were looking at. But the easy ounce worked pretty good, as long as you get them seated. You don't want to sit there and chew it. So that's just going to go in the garbage, because that's nothing of value. And we'll go ahead and grab our Magneto remover. This is going to be reverse thread, always. Sometimes it's a good idea to clean the threads. Looks like it's going on straight though, and that's pretty pretty on there. Let me grab my, I'll just use a regular crescent. Throw that on there like so. You don't want to move it too much with your chain not in place, and make sure that if you haven't took your piston off already, make sure that that's in a good place. Let's see. Now we need a 17 in here already. Of course not. Oh, let's see. Here we are. Oh wow, that just came right off, didn't it? So there we are. Pretty good condition actually. Florida Bike Supply. We got all this stuff online. Check us out. We're just on eBay right now currently. Let me grab a box to put all this stuff in. I'll be right back. Alright, so we got our little Tupperware we're going to be putting everything in for this side. For now, I'm just going to leave that puller on because I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. So next we're going to go ahead and grab off our stator, which you got the plate behind it, and then you got the stator itself right here. So we're gonna take the whole plate. So it's just gonna be 3 Phillips, which are actually not the big ones. It's gonna look something like this. if you're just watching this to get ready to do the job. So you got the 2 Phillips. You're going to be using this one right here. See, this one will be probably too wide, but this is the one you're normally going to be using on any crankcase interior. I mean, it's just the inside of for some reason they still use Phillips. I don't know why. It blows my mind. I mean, there's so many better options, but I guess they probably have a million of the screws just laying around, or bolts, whatever they want to call them. Make sure you push very hard on the back of the case when you're taking this off, so you don't strip anything. These look like they would probably be a nightmare to get out with all the problems I've already had with this engine. I don't need another one. So there we are. That should take the plate off. Now it's going to have a little seat, so we're going to... Oh, came off very easily. There she is, stator and the plate in one. There's our pickup unit. It's definitely been, I mean, this thing's... I sell these for cheaper, obviously. It was running. This bike did run before I'm taking it apart, so that's one thing I do check, is to make sure that it's a running bike. I don't buy any used, unless it's just parts, you know, that are good parts. I don't buy anything that's trashed. So let's go ahead and take off our heavily used sprocket here. Looks like it's going to be probably 14. We got our impact with some hit on it here, so we'll go ahead and use this. Oh, it's 12, looks like. And of course, no 12 here. Let me pause. Be right back. Alright, we got our 12 on here. Oh, hammering, huh? I do believe it's gonna be standard thread. I almost feel like we might want to take out the inside and do this last. This is a little loose on there, you can see. You can't really hold it in place that well. We'll try it. I don't recommend. We'll just give it a... Oh yeah, that works. Alright, so as long as you hold it with a towel, you'll get it, no problem. Don't freehand it with your hand. Put a nice towel around it to wrap it. 12 millimeter. Put it in a bag. Along with this smoked. I mean, look at that. That thing has been ridden down to absolutely nothing. It's crazy. Include that in there just as a memento in case anybody wants to make something out of it. Along with our fried little Magneto nut. So there's our chain. Don't really sell these either because I don't really know how stretched they are, but I do give them with the guides. I'll include it in with, like, you know, the guides if someone buys that. Alright, so that looks like about it on this end. We could take off this lock and also this. I don't think that's what the lock's holding on currently. Let's grab. So we also have our neutral position sensor right here. We'll grab that off. That's part of this side. Oh, that's good. I'm not gonna risk this. This is very on there, so we're gonna grab some vice grips. And before I strip it, because I can already tell that's gonna be a very tough bolt, and it's very easy to access with some. Oh man, it's got a ton of meat on it too. So watch this. Oh, yeah, that's really on. Alright, so might need to get the better grips. Oh, there we go. You hear that? My gosh. We'll try to break this one too, just in case. Oh, yeah, that one's on there too. Wow. Alright. So you might want to crack those loose first with some vice grips right here if you're doing your new neutral position sensor. I believe this is the neutral position sensor. Could be incorrect. Let me get these in a bag before I forget the stator bolts. Make sure you don't touch any plastic to your stator. Also, make sure you wrap it in a paper or a cloth or something like that, because you could fry your stator if you happen to. Oh, this is just a plug. So it's not actually a neutral position sensor. This is just a neutral position sensor plug. All right. So yeah. Anyway, you can fry your stator if you touch it to plastic and it has some kind of static electricity. So make sure to keep that separate. All right. We'll do a 10 milli real quick, and then we'll call this video done for the stator side. I know I saw the 10 right here, so we'll just blast this cover off. I guess it's more of a bracket, a retainer bracket. I'm gonna guess it's a collar retainer bracket. Could be incorrect, but this collar right here normally comes out when you just pull it, but it's not. Let me grab these and grab it very softly. Be very gentle when you're pulling. This one's just in there. So there's our collar. It's even got a couple notches, so it must slide into something on that side. Pretty good shape. Throw it in a bag. Don't really need to label it because really know what it is. Sometimes you'll find an O-ring. On average, most of the time, you'll find an O-ring behind that. Not really on the bigger engines. They use seals. Not all, but a lot of them. You won't be seeing like a lot of 85 cc's where the collar is, the sprocket collar, you'll see an O-ring behind there. Sometimes not even with a seat, it'll just be sitting back there. So obviously we're not working on that right now, but something to look out for if you ever do. So we'll put all this stuff, make sure you keep everything together and labeled if you don't know what it is. And is this? No. Okay. So that looks to be everything on this side. We could go ahead and pop the bolts for the case since we are going to be splitting this, but we won't just yet. We'll wait a second until we get to the case split, which will probably be, since there's no top end, it'll be video 3 out of 3 probably. Alright, so check up on the next clutch side removal if you need to finish this engine on disassembly. 2003 DRZ125, Florida Bike Supply. Check us out, please. It helps a lot. Even if I don't have this on there yet, just message and I could make a listing for you. We could come to a good deal. I don't really care about prices much. I really just like to help people out, which is why we're doing the YouTube thing here. It kind of all correlates and goes together pretty well. The selling of the parts as well as the videos. And I also actually have a bunch of the full breakdowns of complete bikes from, you know, when I got them to tearing them down to the crank. And I just haven't uploaded them yet. Like, subscribe, let me know if you want me to upload them. I mean, I've got a whole archive of them. It's just a bunch of tons of bikes. Anyway, we'll keep this right there, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.